that was a fluke or if these guys, have really figured it out.
I'd be surprised to see a repeat of that outcome this time, but I've been surprised before, Kevin.
Yes, you have. Now here's Kobe. Howard kicks to Kobe. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Kobe's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Lakers. Now Knight. Prince outside. Over Jamison. They get it back. Monroe, no good. Pistons on defense. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And guys, I watched that game. I remember thinking to myself, where's the aggressiveness defensively?
Yeah, I don't know why they played such casual D, Steve. I mean, there was no urgency, no fight, no intensity, and it was just a flat night for them defensively. I mean, it was hard to watch.
Here's Knight. Antoine Jamison picking up that last bucket. Knight. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Well, Dwight Howard, a multi-year winner of the Defensive Player of the Year award, is such a huge factor, literally and figuratively, at that end of the floor. Takes up a ton of space, and he's so rangy with his athleticism, covers so much ground.
Now Kobe, following the three-point attempt by Antoine Jamison. And another basket for the Lakers.
Another nice move from a player we basically come to expect nothing less from.
We'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Lawrence Frank. What's the news, Doris?
This game is their first against the new-look Lakers. The coach knows that they have to be ready for anything. He said with Nash running the show, they can push the tempo a lot more if they please. It could be like facing Showtime 2.0, and we need to be prepared for that. I haven't even mentioned what Kobe can do. They might just see Showtime 2.0, guys.
And thank you for that, Doris. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Knight kicks to Stucker. Pistons passing it around. Monroe gets a screen from Stucker. Looking to end the run. Rebound the Lakers. Howard's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Talk about Howard's ability to cover ground. His size, Clark, has there ever been a player more athletic or even has it?
Perhaps not when you factor in leaping ability, quickness, strength, all of those things. Others have him edged in one or two of those areas, but the total aggregate it's going to be hard to find anybody that surpasses Dwight.
And that one's good.
Well, it took a while, but somebody finally got a shot to go.
You know, I was starting to get a little concerned for them. I mean, it hadn't been pretty to this point.
Now here's Jamison. He has 5. Takes the 13-footer. Kobe's shot is off. Pistons trailed by 9.
Well, there's some very popular destinations for free agents around the league. Chicago, New York, Miami. But for me, the Lakers are still the premier market for players. Big city, a history of winning with the Laker organization, and fantastic weather, of course.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kevin. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Prince outside. In low to Monroe. Gasol with the steal. Knight against Nash. Kobe passes to Gasol. Gets to Jamison. Outside, Kobe. Nash outside. Howard setting the bid for Nash. Here's Gasol. Rodney Stuckey pulls it in. And Steve, to follow up on your point, the whole aspect of Hollywood has always been a big lure for the Lakers as far as recruiting Clark free agents.
We've seen it over the years with all the big names they've gotten assigned in free agency. No doubt about it, the Lakers are still one of those destination teams for a lot of players in the league.
Rejected by Howard. Kobe against Max Seal. Gasol dishes to Kobe. 1:41 left to play in the first quarter. Knocks down the step-back James. Kobe's got 8 points.
Well, he's got the special ability to make shots while being heavily guarded. And I don't know how.
Swap here for the Lakers. Here's Bynum following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Now here's Bynum. Passes it to Maggette. The shot misses.
They are setting the tone here early with their work on the boards.
Yeah, only a moderate advantage here, slight one, but as the game wears on, it's one they'll definitely look to build on.
And Ebanks kicks to Gumlock. Barnes, Villanova covering. Barnes can't get it to go. Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against the Clippers.
As a team in that game, they shot the ball incredibly well. And that was the #1 reason they came out on top.
And it was no fluke. I mean, they were as in sync as you could hope for, really working hard and creating quality shots, and they did it time and time again. Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Out to Maggette. Back to Bynum. 6 to shoot. Tries a 3. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Now here's Barnes. Looking for his first bucket of the game. The offensive rebound. Hill left side. Goes back up. Here's Ebanks. And finally they hit one.
They built an early lead here, really pushing ahead.
Well, they got a huge advantage, points in the paint, Steve, but they're attacking early, so taking...
Darren Williams and the Brooklyn Nets take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat. It's the real deal.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
The defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter. They came out focused right from the beginning.
And Steve, that's a big part of why they're on top right now.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Detroit, Austin Day is out there with Derrick Rose. Then there's Jason Maxiell. It's Bynum. And it's Knight into the shooting guard position.
You know, last year the Pistons were a team that really lacked a go-to scorer. Just never really knew where their offense was going to come from game to game. And I think that had an effect on how they finished in the standings, no doubt.
I agree. That free throw good from Bynum. And one place that not having a reliable scorer hurt them was against the West. Steve, they couldn't match the offense of a lot of the teams they faced.
Yeah, that's why they went 5-13 in games against Western Conference teams last year. But they need talent. They need more scoring offensively. So difficult to beat really talented teams just relying on your defense. They've got to get more firepower.
World Peace with a screen on Bynum. Kobe, the pass to Gasol. Outside, Kobe. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Blake gets to Jamison. Over Urepko. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And you know one thing about Lawrence Frank, he's going to be prepared. He was actually a basketball manager at Indiana, so he learned under the best.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. Kobe, in their last time out against the Clippers, played some outstanding basketball. He finished with 22 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Safe to say he is out of his funk after a game like this. He'll try to keep up this pace now, guys.
And Doris, much appreciated. Guys, maybe another excellent night for him here.
I think so, Kevin. At least we know he wants to have that same sort of game plan. He's definitely got some nice momentum riding into tonight.
I think it's easy as a player to continue that momentum when you come off such a fantastic game like the last one. It's easy to just keep it rolling. That win was really big out there.
And Coach Frank, defensive minded, he spent time as a top assistant in Boston under Doc Rivers and was highly thought of there.
Yeah, certainly was exposed to that terrific defensive system that Tom Thibodeau actually originally instituted in Boston. But Frank picked up on it and continued the trend, and then brought that same style to Detroit, where the Pistons did improve defensively last season. Well, I'm never sure what position Stuckey plays. He's not really a point. He's not really a two. I think what he is, more than anything, is a scorer. He's got a strong body, he's got a nice touch on the ball, good handle, and he can hit that in-between shot. That's what makes him so tough to stop.
Because Stuckey has that size of a two guard, often he can go right into whoever's guarding him and still get the shot to fall because of his size and strength. At worst, he'll make it to the line, and that's where he can put up points in a hurry. Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Here's Godlock. They can't stop the run with that one. Pistons trailed by 7. Bynum dishes to Villanueva. Bynum with it. Stuckey outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Bynum. Stuckey's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you knew the run would come, and here it is. They're playing well now, trying to get back in this thing.
Yeah, pretty good comeback effort here. Rolling along nicely, and they've gotten themselves within striking distance now.
Here's Godlock. Over Bynum. And again, no good by the Lakers. The Pistons have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Lakers leading by 5.
And of course, the Lakers shipped off Lamar Odom before last season started, and just got a late first-round pick from Dallas in return. Not exactly what you would expect in terms of a player of Lamar Odom's caliber. You'd think they could have done better with that deal.
Shot by Villanueva, no good. The Lakers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And Ebanks kicks to Meeks. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
Well, he was knocked down, and when that happens, at some point you have to just turn and get back defensively. That time he went right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Hill. World Peace comes in for Matt Barnes. Kobe's checked in for Devin Ebanks. And it's Nash in for Andrew Godlock. And here is Bynum. Back to Maggette. The pass to Urepko. With 1 on the clock. Second chance shot. He lays it in with a soft touch. Maggette's got his first bucket in this one.
Something has to change, because that's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Al Gasol's checked in for Jody Meeks. Brandon Knight's checked in for Detroit. That one falls for Maggette.
Well, the Pistons have an interesting group of players, young guys, who, the question mark with them is, can they fit together? They got a nice center in Greg Monroe. They got Knight from Kentucky. He's a little bit of a tweener. They also have Rodney Stuckey in the backcourt, who's a tweener. So will the pieces fit? I think that's the big question.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, I think it's accurate to call the Dwight Howard situation a saga, and it has, at least for the moment, calmed down. A trade to the Los Angeles Lakers has now thrust them squarely into the championship picture. First, the acquisition of star point guard Steve Nash, and now the best center in the league. The tough Western Conference just got tougher. Kevin?
Story of the offseason, no question. Thank you, Doris. Well, for Detroit, it seemed that they just had been collecting talent and worrying about having it work together later. Not a knock on them, Clark, just doing what rebuilding teams, I guess, just need to do.
Yeah, Kevin, but eventually you have to identify roles and then plug players into specific roles in order for it to work. You can't just get talent and have the same uniform and feel like you're going to automatically be a team.
Nash kicks to Howard. Stolen by Maggette. Now here's the fast break. Stuckey leading the way. From 10 feet out, Durant. Knight passes to Maxia. Back to Knight. There's 53 seconds left in the first half. Here's Stuckey. No good. That would have tied it.
Solid advantage in rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
All night, still looking to get on the scoreboard. Maggette dishes to Maxia. Working on Howard. And Maxia kicks to Stuckey. Maxia on the post. He's guarded by Howard. Knight passes to Stuckey. Maggette outside. There's the screen. Tries again. He dishes it to Maxia. No coverage that time. Outside, Kobe, and he beat the buzzer, but it's no good. And the first half ends in a close one.
21.
Lakers lead by 2.
19.
We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Now, presented by Sprint.
It's time for the Sunday night halftime report. The Lakers have been battling. A strong beginning to the season. They've wasted no time in getting off on the right foot. Kobe has the game high. He's got 10 points and some nice plays offensively, getting the assists going. But you know, Pistons also came to play. The second chance buckets certainly adding up in this one. They pounded the offensive glass. Leading his team in scoring, Rodney Stuckey. He's got 5 points and has been grabbing a few rebounds too. That'll be all for us here at the studios as we head back to the start of the third quarter with Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris. Thanks so much for joining me.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Kobe Bryant. Really making a difference here.
Yeah, so far in this one, he's played a different role than normal, but he's done a nice job as this team's playmaker here today.
And all of it's worked for the most part. I mean, he might not be known as a dime dropper, but after this game, he will be.
Bryant in at shooting guard. Gasol at the 4, with Howard in at the 5. Antoine Jamison out there with Nash. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Well, when you talk about Dwight Howard, the first thing that comes to mind is that dominant interior presence. Defensively, he can do it all with his tremendous strength and athleticism. And offensively, he's made steady progress to the point where he's a 20-point-a-game scorer, big-time play.
Here's the Lakers with the ball. It's off to Utah from after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
That Utah game has a lot of attention on it.
And you look at the way Dwight Howard overshadows the center position in the NBA right now, and you could argue he's one of the all-time great centers in the league. And Clark, do you think from his perspective that's a good thing?
I'm not necessarily sure. You've got to be careful how much praise you heap on young players. Everybody handles it differently. I think you're better served to earn it over time before people start making proclamations about the great this, the great that. I think you'd love to see more great centers or outstanding centers emerge who could stand toe-to-toe with Dwight and really challenge him to continue to push himself to be the best. Second half is flowing nicely so far on offense. 75% from the field is what they're shooting.
Kobe kicks to Nash. Outside, Jamison. Nash to Kobe. Shot clock at 5. Jamison dishes to Gasol. From downtown. Second chance effort. And Jamison with a nice bucket inside. Jamison's got 9.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Well, they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be toughened. An excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
The shot is off. Now the Pistons take it the other way.
You know, the Lakers have long been the pride of the West for the better part of the century, but every so often they can hit tough stretches, and last year they had a hard time with the East.
Now here's Nash. Over Maxiel, and Kobe the bucket with the assist by Nance. 14 points for Kobe Bryant.
Well, none of the defenders were quick enough to step out and get a hand in his face on that jump shot. Big mistake there.
Yeah, they just couldn't do what the rest of the Western Conference playoff teams did against the East, and the Lakers, Steve, were 9 up and 9 down, right at 500.
Yeah, kind of surprising, given that the East was the weaker conference for sure. I would have expected a better record from the Lakers. They really got off to a slow start, particularly on the road, and I think that cost them a little bit at the end.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Brooks. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kevin, last season, for the first time in 6 years, the Detroit Pistons were in the top half of teams in fast break points. A change in philosophy. Point guard Brandon Knight said, as much as we can, we want to push it. But even that starts with defense. You can't get into transition when you're taking the ball out of the net the entire game. And guys, that's where the Pistons are looking to improve. A bottom 5 or 6 defensive team over the last 3 seasons. If they can get stops, they'll be even more effective getting out in transition.
They've got the young legs to play up tempo, Doors. It's all about making that commitment. Back to Jamison. Goes up. Here's Howard. And the layup falls. Howard's got his second best.
Another board, just continuing to add to that big rebound margin.
And it's a bit ironic, guys. I mean, you would think the score wouldn't be so close the way they're dominating the glass. But this one is still in the battle.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
It was a pretty clear picture now of what Detroit is trying to accomplish, and that's build their identity around their young players, guys like Stuckey and Monroe and Brandon Knight. High character, high quality people, and I think Detroit is definitely on the right track if they can continue to make the right personnel moves.
That's good for Maxiel. Steve, going back to what you said, the front office just can't say enough positive things about their young players, and it seems the character, and Clark, you're big on this, the character is a big point for them as they bring players in.
That's huge, Kevin. It really is. A good attitude and a solid work ethic. I mean, you can go really far with those attributes, and it's paid off for the Pistons as their young players have continued to improve each year.
That one is no good.
Well, for Lakers head coach Mike Brown, one thing you can say, he'll never come into a game underprepared. I mean, great attention to detail, extremely hardworking. He's a guy who leaves nothing to chance.
And Meeks kicks to Kobe. Feeds it to Blake. The feed now to Barnes. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. We're talking about Lakers head coach Mike Brown, Steve. What have you noticed about his style as a coach?
Well, Kevin, I played for Mike Brown in San Antonio when he was an assistant. He is very meticulous and methodical in his approach, detail-oriented. His practices are very well organized and scripted. He's really a fun guy to be around, very charismatic. So I think he's got all the tools to be a great head coach. It's just a matter of really developing and growing with this Laker team.
He misses the free throw.
Sometimes guys with new ownership, drastic changes are made, but the Pistons pretty much held firm last year, although they did add Lawrence Frank as their head coach, who did a nice job. But I think Detroit is really looking to keep this core group of young players together and see if they can develop.
Antoine Jamison's checked in for the Lakers. Andrew Godlock comes in for Steve Blake. Back to Detroit always seems to be their MO throughout the various sports. Get a solid core and grow out from there.
Yeah, it's called organic growth. The Pistons really haven't made a big splash in free agency, at least in the NBA. The Pistons have always gathered their talent through the draft. And Let's work for him.
41 seconds left here in the third quarter. Iguodala kicks to Kobe. Jamison inside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Anton Jamison, one of the most versatile scoring forwards in the game. He can hurt you in a number of ways. He can make a long-range shot, but it's that unique array of flip shots and floaters around the basket that sets him apart.
And the first one goes.
You know, guys, going back to Jamison, they say as a child his dad accidentally set up the rim at 11 feet, and that may have something to do with his soft touch on those in-between shots. He's really got a unique talent for being able to finish a variety of ways over bigger defenders, from anywhere from right at the rim all the way out to 17 or 18 feet.
So he gets them both. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Bynum, the pass to Monroe. Back to Bynum. Oh, the one-hand jam.
Sweet finish there, showing you some major strength and the ability to sky.
I rode that elevator right to the top floor.
Explosive hops. I'll tell you what, he can really catch you off guard.
Kobe gets a screen from Gasol. Jamison with a screen for Kobe. The tray, and no good trying to get that one. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie.
33.
Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
The new season in the NBA rolls on. Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs take on Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers this Wednesday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 Pacific.
Hello, and Lakers shooting 43% for the game. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Knight and Stuckey are manning the backcourt. McGinney out there with Tayshaun Prince. And it's Monroe in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Pistons trailer. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That will be the third of the 6-game road trip. Knight with it. McGinney, guarded by Kobe. No good from McGinney.
Defense got away with one there. I mean, usually he'll hurt you if you give him that kind of a shot.
Nash dishes to Kobe. Back to Nash. Howard, guarded by Prince. Lakers passing it around. Meeks. Rebound, Detroit. McGinney's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Rebound the Lakers. They've led by as many as 14 points. Howard with a screen on Knight. Kobe kicks to Meeks. Knocking down is Bryant. Nash outside. Throws up the alley-oop. Howard misses.
So hard not to go for it when you see that chance at the alley-oop.
Bet he wishes he hadn't, though.
Knight passes to Monroe. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. You probably should make that one.
Pistons have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Here's Knight. He feeds it to Stuckey.
Shooting for Detroit. Robert Stuckey. 2 shots.
free throw. Good. Stuckey.
Well, Rodney Stuckey is a guy who's steadily improved since entering the league. And last year, the Pistons rewarded him with a pretty big contract. A guy who can play either guard spot. And I think he's best suited as a scorer.
Antoine Jameson's checked in for the Lakers. And a switcher also for Detroit. Jason Maxiell's checked in for Corey Maggette. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Lakers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Nash kicks to Kobe. Back to Nash. Right side, Kobe. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And Detroit has possession. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Knight. Back to Monroe. Working on Howard. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Lakers making a change here. Gasol's checked in. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. To take the lead. Stuckey can't get it to go.
Very poor shot selection there, guys.
And so he ends a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
The Pistons have not defended well against Jamison.
He has 11 points, and from long range, he's got a 3-pointer to his credit as well.
Yeah, Clark, he's shown he can hit that shot. I think he could really make it a weapon for himself if he keeps at it.
No good on the free throw. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Pau Gasol. He hits the second from the line.
That one miss could hurt them. I mean, there's a big difference between being up 1 and being up 2.
The Pistons have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. And here is Knight. He kicks it to Monroe. Stuckey outside. Pocket 6. Prince. Here's Maxiell. And he was fouled on the way out. 2 free throws now for him. And here's what the Detroit Pistons schedule looks like. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. And that will be game 3 of 6 played away from home. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Nash kicks to Meeks. There's the triple. Rebound, Detroit.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Now, the D may have done just enough there, Clark, to bother him and throw that shot off.
Knight dishes to Maxiell. Prince. Another miss by Prince.
Easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Meeks. The shot's good for Nash.
Nash is such a devastating offensive player because no matter what you do defensively, he always has an answer. best passers and shooters in the history of the game. So whatever you do, he's going to find a way for his team to score.
Well, you've talked a little bit about him hitting open shots. Even when Nash is absolutely smothered and covered, he can still knock it down. He comes back to that focus and awareness of his. I think his body balance and court awareness are two of his best attributes.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. Lawrence Frank was just going over the plan with his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
First one falls for. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
I'm sure he feels like they should have the lead right now, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Howard setting the pick for Kobe. Howard up on top. Right side Gasol. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Howard's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Dishes to Monroe. Working on Howard. Good look. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
He's done a great job of controlling the boards in this one, Kevin.
Nash gets to Kobe. Jamison tries to keep it alive. And Howard with the stop.
A little added hang time right there.
Yeah, letting himself down easy, it looks like.
Soft landing.
Yeah, a little better for the knees, so I don't blame him.
Right with it. Guarded now by Nash. And it's blocked. And it's the Lakers on the break. Nash has got the ball. Prince with the defensive effort.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to. He is so powerful in the lane.
Even though it's close, they really have had inside presence.
Right as always, partner.
And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
And if he hits all those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable, but they are still within 1 possession.
Lakers have gone 4-10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. 1:14 left in the game. Now Kobe. 5 on the clock. Back to Gasol. That's in. Coming off an assist by Kobe. And the Lakers lead by 5.
Yeah, they're not going to miss too many of those. That's high percentage stuff there.
Seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Monroe. No good. Great D that time from Howard.
I think he's just got to compose himself, gather himself. He may be trying a little too hard out there. Let it flow. Let it happen. Don't force it.
Nash with it. And it's Knight picking him up. Howard can't hit.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Prince. Detroit, no good that time either. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
So it's the Lakers now. They're led by as many as 14 points. And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he can't convert on the second. That misses. The Pistons shooting a low 30% mark from the field. The dish to Stuckey. It falls!
And with the defense playing that well, the double clutch was the only way he was going to get that ball off.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
That's right. No other option but the foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
That slams the door, guys. No chance they're getting back in the game after those free throws.
Here's Knight. Well, good with the triple. And so the Lakers take the win. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
I think it was just really a nice overall effort.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.